The world has lost a legend. Dolly Parton, the iconic country music superstar whose voice, kindness, and incredible generosity touched generations, has died at the age of 80 following a brief battle with cancer. And tonight, the shock is reaching far beyond the music world. From celebrities to athletes and fans around the globe, tributes are pouring in for a woman whose influence went far beyond the stage. Even the world of tennis is mourning. Coco Gauff has been among the figures connected to the wave of emotion surrounding Dolly's passing, while Sharapova's fiancé, Alexander Gilks, has also been linked to the broader tennis and celebrity reaction. But what makes Dolly's story so heartbreaking isn't simply how she died. It's what she leaves behind. A career that lasted for decades. A legacy that reached millions. And a generosity that changed countless lives. So today, we're looking at the heartbreaking news, the reactions, Dolly Parton's extraordinary legacy, and why her passing has left such a huge emotional impact around the world. Broken heart, the world says goodbye to Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton has died at the age of 80. Her representatives confirmed that the legendary singer died in Nashville after a brief battle with cancer. The type of cancer was not disclosed publicly. According to her representatives, Dolly passed away surrounded by loved ones at the Vanderbilt Ingram Cancer Center. For millions of people, this wasn't simply the death of a singer. It felt like the end of an era. Dolly Parton wasn't just a country music star. She was an actress, a songwriter, a businesswoman, a philanthropist, and perhaps most importantly, someone who consistently used her success to help other people. Glowing star from humble beginnings to global icon. Dolly's story was extraordinary from the beginning. She grew up in rural Tennessee in a large family with very limited financial resources. But music became her path. From those humble beginnings, she eventually became one of the most recognizable entertainers on the planet. Her career stretched across music, television, movies, business, and philanthropy. She sold more than 100 million records and earned numerous major awards, including 11 Grammy Awards. Her songs became part of popular culture. Her voice became instantly recognizable. And her personality made her beloved across generations. But Dolly always insisted that success meant more when it could be shared. That philosophy became one of the defining parts of her legacy. Musical note: the songs that will never be forgotten. Dolly Parton's musical legacy is almost impossible to measure. Songs such as Jolene, 9 to 5, Coat of Many Colors, and I Will Always Love You became timeless classics. Her songwriting reached far beyond country music. Her work influenced generations of artists. And even decades after some of her biggest songs were released, new generations continued discovering her music. That's one of the reasons her death feels so significant. Dolly's music wasn't tied to just one generation. Parents listened to her. Their children listened to her. And their children discovered her again. That is the definition of a lasting cultural legacy. Why tennis fans are talking about Dolly. The connection between Dolly Parton and the tennis world may seem surprising at first. But celebrity culture and professional sports increasingly overlap. Coco Gauff has become one of America's biggest young sports stars, while Sharapova remains one of tennis's most recognizable former champions. Alexander Gilks, Sharapova's fiancé, is also part of a high-profile world connecting sports, business, and entertainment. And when a cultural icon like Dolly Parton passes away, the reaction naturally spreads far beyond music. The important point is not to manufacture a connection that isn't confirmed. It's to recognize the enormous reach of Dolly's influence. Her audience was everywhere, and that included sports fans. Crying faced the emotional reaction. What makes the reaction particularly emotional is the fact that Dolly spent so much of her life making other people feel better. Her public image was built around joy, humor, and optimism. But behind the glamour was a serious commitment to helping others. Her representatives emphasized that Dolly spent her life bringing joy, laughter, hope, and integrity to everything she touched. That message perfectly captures why her passing feels different. People aren't only remembering the songs. They're remembering what Dolly represented. Kindness, generosity, hope, and the idea that success can be used to make somebody else's life better. Books: her biggest legacy may not be music. One of Dolly's most important contributions was the Imagination Library. The program provides free books to children, helping young readers build a relationship with books from an early age. It became one of the most visible examples of Dolly turning fame into something practical. Her philanthropy also extended to disaster relief and medical research. Final message. Coco Gauff's generation grew up in a world where Dolly Parton was already a legend. And now, that generation is watching the final chapter of one of America's most extraordinary entertainment stories. Dolly didn't simply become famous. She built a legacy. She showed that you could become incredibly successful without losing your connection to ordinary people. She proved that kindness could become part of a brand. And she demonstrated that fame could be transformed into something much bigger than personal success. That's why her passing has hit so hard. Because the world didn't simply lose a singer. It lost an icon. Dolly Parton's voice may have gone silent, but her legacy will continue to speak. Through her music, through her movies, through the children holding books from her imagination library, through the artists she inspired, and through the millions of people who simply felt a little happier whenever Dolly Parton walked into the room. Today, the tennis world and the entertainment world are remembering a woman who spent her life giving people reasons to smile. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton. And now we want to hear from you. What is your favorite Dolly Parton memory? Was it a song? A movie? Her philanthropy? Or simply her unforgettable personality? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more breaking tennis news, Coco Gauff updates, and major celebrity stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because the next story could be just as emotional, and we'll be here to bring it to you.